So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
La formazione del Milan, il numero 9, Fabio Cannavaro, il numero 7, Javier Zanetti, il numero 6, Vieira, il numero 4, Park Ji-sung.
There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This fella Gundogan is just pure class, Peter. Technically, we know he's very sound. He pretty much dictates the tempo and very precise with everything he does. And let's not forget what he's really added to his game over the years. Goals.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Jakobs picks it up out wide. Park Ji-sung. Played out towards the right wing. Akgun. Shalai. And it's Gundogan. Knocks it into space. Sanchez claims comfortably. That's a good ball out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. Yamal tries making a foray down the right. Jakobs wins the duel this time. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. It's a really well-measured ball. Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yilmaz. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal stood his ground strongly. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed it again. It is a corner. He gets big. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. So we're still where we started right now. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nunez receives it in a wide position, and here's the chance to counter. Now it's Osimhen. And it's Jakobs. Vieira does well to get it back. Jakobs is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And he welcomes it in. Jakobs. Galatasaray are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
No, he didn't quite meet it right. Del Piero goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Badaxi. Sanchez. And Shalai. Gundogan. Sanchez. Played out to the left flank. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And Torreira. And it's Sara. That has been slung wide. This looks promising. Deftly away. What a throw in. He has found the way through. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Mbappe. Shalai. Now Akun. Sara. And that's put paid to a promising move. Gundogan. Akun. Nicely weighted ball. Shalai gets into a good position. That is lovely. Akun. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's Park Ji-suk. Nunez picks it up out wide. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Sara, played out to the right. Akun could try cutting inside here. Oh, that's neat. And that's really well manoeuvred. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a promising position. Gundogan. Akun providing an outlet on that flank. And that has been knocked clear. Yamal.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Opts for safety. Davids. And it's Cannavaro. Oh, it's Park Ji-suk. It's Park Ji-suk. Now Davids. Yamal. Pass is coming off in... Oh, smashing header! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Mbappe puts his foot on the gas. Great vision. And he's there to get it away. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, he's a spark, trying to light fires everywhere, so it's time to snuff him out.
Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Park Ji, and another try! And it's in! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Ha segnato al 62esimo minuto, numero 4.
Galatasaray choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
So we have the first goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Vieira conjures time and space where few can. He's in plenty of space here, and he's picked it up out wide. Yamal's cross. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Yilmaz receives it in a wide position. Quality ball.
Galatasaray really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Just eases him off the ball. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Gundogan. Milan are looking to break at pace. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Yamal picks it up out wide. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Nunez receives it in a good position here. And here's Nunez. Yamal.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. He's looking wide. Chance here to counter. Well seen. Saw that coming. Shifted it to the flank. Great ball if he can get there.
Milan can really think about the press.
And Park Ji-sung!
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22. Numero 24. Lasciano il campo per
Jakobs gets a foot in here.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Out to the right. Sane is herring after that one. Neatly clipped into space. Shapes to shoot! No mistake! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Bardakci. Can he get on the end of this? Yilmaz in acres of space out wide. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And time is up. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Park Ji-sung claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This could be another episode of the Seho Girassi show, I think, Peter. While he's primarily a poacher, he doesn't really have the composure you need in the penalty area when it comes to his finishing. He's a bit Hollywood or bust regarding that. But when it comes to his general play, he has great composure bringing his teammates into the game. So he just needs to get that clinical edge going.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
Number 1.
Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or rotating with them while being the main suppliers of crosses. This is all about end product.
So we're up and running. Yamal wins the duel this time. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Milan do have a chance to counter here. No, that's been intercepted. Mbappe powering forward here. Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Moved on forwards. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Borussia Dortmund looking to pass their way through. Ryerson. Now he's got space here. And that should get the job done. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pinches it off him. Ryerson. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Edmilson. That has been slung wide. Ryerson. Chan. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Girassi. Girassi! It's bounced back off the post.
Girassi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nemecha. Schlotterbeck. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that is a nice touch.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Darwin. It's a lovely, neat pass. Mbappe. That's beautifully weighted. Big chance! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
30 minutes is number 24, Darwin Núñez.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. Zanetti gets good distance on it. And they're back on the ball again. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Edmilson. He's looking wide. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he finish? It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 38 minutes is number 22, Yamal.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Park Ji-sung is always scanning the pitch for targets. That's been slipped through, and he's heaved it away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Cannavaro. Threads one in. Great ball if he can get there. He's having a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Cleared without complication. Vieira. Aimed in towards the centre, and he's taking no chances there. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Milan in control at half-time, 2-0.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Engages and forces him off the ball. Anton. Now Schlotterbeck. Now this could be a chance. And he's in, tries a shot! Tries to pass it through. Girassi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Mbappe. Schlotterbeck. Nemecha. Now Schlotterbeck. Nemecha. And Girassi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Yamal has found the net here, of course. Schlotterbeck kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan are 2 up early in the second half. He's on. Mbappe gets through on his... He's had a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer for Milan.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
A case now of complete control. Driving forward. The less said about that pass, the better. Edmilson. Spread it left.
For this match was 62,005.
Edmilson. And he was quick to react. Vieira. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Nunez puts his foot on the gas. Nemecha. Oh, they could break here. Ryerson. And he's picked it up out wide. He's in plenty of space here. Ball is over the line. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Coming on the field is number 27.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Substitutions taking place.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Good running, strong and purposeful. Great vision. Real goes for a shot! And how did he not make it 4?
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Schlotterbeck with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, good save. Decent chance! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Figo. Just about up to 75 minutes. Adeyemi. Yeah. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Park Ji-sung. It's a goal kick. Adeyemi looking for the run. Ryerson is wide and looking to get onto this. Chance, surely! He has done it! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after 81 minutes is number 21.
Time for a change in personnel. Del Piero to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Borussia Dortmund give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Anton. Nemecha. Now Anton. Nemecha. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Shifted it to the flank. 5 minutes left on the clock. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Chips it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Adeyemi. He's tried one!
There will be 3 minutes.
Oh, that was no routine save.
Adeyemi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
There's the header! It's a goal! Deep, deep into injury time! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund, number 27, Adeyemi.
Borussia Dortmund give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot. Yeah, the opposition have to come and chase it, so it might just allow a counter-attack or two.
Chips it through. A header! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass.
And we're done. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
La formazione del Milan, il numero 9, Fabio Cannavaro, il numero 19, Wilshere.
And we're underway.
Yamal
Goes steaming forward.
and he gets rid in a hurry.
Out to the left it goes.
Wilshere simply refused to be outdone there.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Over to the left.
Dolberg. And he can clear it away. Rafinha. Well, that looks a decent ball. Neatly clipped into space. Jarosz gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Played out to the left flank. It's a promising position. No outsmarting him this time. Nicely aimed pass. And that has left him in a heap.
Neither side especially adventurous early on.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Knocks it into space. Crosses it in here. Yamal.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Davy Klaassen. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through. Now it's
And the shot! That's a half-decent try.
Tries to get it clear. Ajax have the chance to go the other way.
It's gone for a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. He is through here! Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Spread it left. And here's Klaassen. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. And that has been slung wide.
Oh, nice touch.
And he welcomes it in.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
And he's kept it out. Oh, he's missed it, he's missed it.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Turns and goes back.
Little pass back. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Ball is over the line. Davids.
That's a promising run he's making on the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's a decent clearance. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Goes looking wide. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. Robert Sanchez.
And there's the end of the first half.
It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
So neither side has yet broken through.
There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Delivery from Mbappe. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Looking for the run. Dolberg. And he's chosen to go back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Very nicely done.
And shifted it to the flank.
Well played and well cleared.
Oh, what has happened here?
Played back in.
He rises! No, not the best of headers.
Attenzione, la sostituzione.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Rafinha. Klaassen gets across and deals with it. And it's Davids.
And that has been clubbed away. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
And still we await the first breakthrough. Now it's Weghorst. Weghorst, played back. Klaassen. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played out wide.
Could try cutting inside here.
Nicely shaped cross.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Ajax making another change here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Davids. Berghaus. Spread out to the left. Wan-Bissaka cuts out the pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Yamal looking to penetrate opposition lines. Can he finish?
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now, can they get him away? And it's Klaassen. Great vision.
Weghorst! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Ajax Blacks clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Does well to stand firm and defend it. Milan are still in search of that breakthrough goal. Tomiyasu threads one in. Del Piero. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Mbappe. Davy Klaassen. Ajax looking to pass their way through. Davids played out to the left flank. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe receives it in a wide position.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 13, numero 19. Wilshere. Lasciano il campo per il numero 20, il numero 6. Vieira.
That'll be a throw.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Davy
recupero.
Klaassen. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lovely feet. Out to the left it goes. No, that's been intercepted. And that is that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan may have approached this game as a probable win, Peter, and didn't address the basics properly that may have achieved it.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che non è consentito parcheggiare intorno allo stadio. Grazie della collaborazione.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
And that gets things running.
And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Mkhitaryan.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Aims beyond the defence.
Picked out brilliantly. Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Shot a goal!
They want to be quick to recover this.
Has another go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now here's the delivery. Oh, what a clock! It's hit the upright. Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Stefan de Vrij. And it's Carlos Augusto. Koundé. Figo.
He's through here, and he's in on goal. Can he finish?
It's a loose ball. Bisek can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Carlos Augusto. Luis Enrique. And he's making progress on the ball. Chooses to go back. Plenty to aim at here. Mkhitaryan! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
He's got tall. Tries to get it clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Vieira. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! Mkhitaryan. Inter Milan are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Tries to pass it through. He's picked his way through. He's in plenty of space here. Gets the shot away! It's run loose, who's going to get... And he's following up! And that has fair fizzed.
Zielinski clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
And here's Figo. Looking for the run. And he's straight offside. Sucic. Stefan de Vrij. Sucic. Opts for safety. And Bisek. And it's Zielinski. And here's Nunez. And it's a mighty effort! De Vrij gets it clear. That's a half-decent try. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Stefan de Vrij.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Takes a shot! There's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rafinha. Davids. Nicely spread. Figo. Schlotterbeck. And it's Koundé.
Mbappe looks to get on the end of this.
Well, played right into his path.
Oh, good, great chance! Goal, Milan!
Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Numero 18.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback.
Has crossed into the middle.
And that has been cleared.
Schlotterbeck. Davids. Zanetti.
Plays it all the way forward. Strong running down that left flank. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And the first 45 minutes are up. Milan come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So off we go once more.
Rafinha. Can he get it through? Sucic. Bucatari. Carlos Augusto.
And that could set him on his way. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Now, can they get him away?
Look at real chance! And he hits the net! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
2 goals on the day and he may not yet be done. So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Bisek. Zielinski.
Stefan de Vrij.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And it's Carlos Augusto.
Mkhitaryan.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Looking to play it. There's the shot! And it's there!
Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Sucic. Luis Enrique picks it up out wide.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
And they've got a throw. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Darwin. Darwin is being harried and hassled.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Bisek. For Luis Enrique. And it's Zielinski. Mkhitaryan.
It's Mkhitaryan!
Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this is...
He's having a shot!
Mbappe. Koundé. And it's Davids. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Sucic. Luis Enrique. Enrique's cross. Brilliantly cut out.
It's a good foot in there. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bisek. And Sucic. Great vision. Oh, he's found support out wide. Bastoni tries to clear. Over to the left. Spread neatly. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Carlos Augusto. Mkhitaryan. And it's Carlos Augusto.
Does well to stand firm and defend it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Mbappe! And the shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Played out towards the right wing. Sucic. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
It's a good-looking delivery. Inter Milan with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
numero 94, numero 30, numero 11. Lasciano il campo per
He's there to hit it!
il numero 32.
But oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's in a great position here. DiMarco is there and he can get that clear. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Thuram receives it in a good position here. So to play, and it is a goal kick. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And that will be the final act. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Darwin voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi di non perdere di vista i propri bambini durante la partita, per la loro sicurezza.